Hey y'all, so I'm back. This week we are going to be talking about mine and my daughter's personal goals for the 2024 school year, so stick around. If you missed last week's video, I talked about our goals for our homeschool for the upcoming school year. And so today's video is going to be more of our personal goals. And these are the goals that my daughter set for herself, and then obviously goals that I have set for myself as well. I must preface this with, this is not something we have done in years past, where we have physically sat down together and wrote out a list of goals. There have been things kind of in my mind that I have wanted to accomplish, or goals that I wanted to reach, but I never physically wrote them down. So we're gonna try it out and we're gonna see how that works. Hopefully that will kind of give us a little bit of a push. I'm thinking of even taking them out, writing them a little bit better, because I just kind of scratched them on a piece of paper. But actually writing them out a little bit better, maybe even typing them up and putting them somewhere in our school room, so that we can see those and see what goals we have set for ourselves, and maybe even like mark it off or sticker it or something when we have achieved that goal. I think that may be a really cool thing, but nonetheless, we're gonna try it out. So let's start with my daughter and what she said her personal goals were for this school year. Her first one is to spend more time outside. We spend quite a bit of time outside. Actually, November, December, and January, and half of October, November, December, January, we are outside a lot, basically all of the month of November, and then at minimum every Saturday and Sunday in all of the other weeks, or all of the other months. So that's a lot of time outside, but it's not necessarily like just free reign time for her. Sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. So she wants to spend more time outside. I'm not mad about that. So that's one of her goals. Her next one is to continue painting and drawing. She has really found her creativity through drawing and coloring and painting, and Legos too, but really getting into kind of the arts in that way this year. And so she wants to continue that. No problem there. Love that. She wants to work on her patience. This is something in my house that this is the phrase in my house that I say: patience is practiced. So, and I have said that to her for years now. I say it to multiple people, including myself, sometimes multiple times a day. But patience is practiced. And so the fact that she wants to set that as a goal, as something to work towards, I love that. And then her last one, she wants to continue taking dance classes. And that just warms my heart, because I danced as a little girl, really my whole entire childhood. And it was so great. It was so wonderful for me in so many ways. And I just love that she enjoys it the way that I do. Obviously, she can choose something else if she wants to, she doesn't have to do it just because mom did. But there is something just really, really special and really sweet about the fact that she loves it as much as I did when I was a kid, and still do. But, adult classes is just ballroom. There's no other fun dance classes for adults. So, anyways, so those are her goals for this school year. Again, personal goals. If you want to know what she set for herself as far as school things are concerned, I will have that video linked for you in the description. My goals. Are y'all ready for this? It's not that bad, but these are my goals. Daily exercise. Either I'm all in and I'm really good at it, or I'm not doing any of it. And so I have got to find some kind of balance. I've got to find a way that I can get it into our schedule. And I hope that things are kind of settling a little bit. And I'm hoping that next year, with the way that I'm thinking the year's going to go and kind of some of my thoughts on our school routine and all of that stuff, I'm trying to create a pocket of time that will allow me to do that, because I haven't felt like I've had that time. I've just been trying to cram all of the things in and just was not planning well for that. So that is my goal, some kind of daily exercise, which I'm fairly active. And I think maybe that is what gets me too, is I'm already a fairly active person. And so to just work out on top of that, I'm like, well, but I've already walked 2 miles today, just between all the things. So anyway, daily exercise, daily Bible time, and a study. This is another one of those things. I am either all in or, unfortunately, I'm nothing. And we were just talking about this in Made to Homeschool, that it feels almost like if you're not sitting down with a dedicated 1 hour of candlelit hot coffee, sitting quiet time, and you're just reading the Bible, it's like that's the only way that you can do it sometimes. It feels like that's the only way, right? And that's not the reality for most moms, most homeschooling or stay-at-home moms, and even moms that work outside of the home and kids that are in public school. And the majority of households, I would say it's not likely that mom is sitting down in a calm, quiet, candlelit, peaceful environment for 1 entire hour to study her Bible. It's possible. I am not saying that you can't do it, but that's just probably not the reality for most people. But God knows that, and that's okay. And so that's something that I just have had to work on, that any time is better than no time. And so that is a priority of mine for next year. It is a goal. I need to do better at some Bible time. I am rolling around the idea of doing a Bible study meetup series over in Made to Homeschool, where we would meet and like maybe once a month, we would all be doing the same Bible study. And we would meet with like a live hangout and just chat about it, like discuss our thoughts, our feelings, what we learned, that kind of thing. I don't know. You guys let me know if you are part of Made to Homeschool. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. I was thinking maybe starting like February-ish, once the holidays are settled and all of that. But that way it kind of holds me accountable too. But let me know your thoughts on that. My next one is to utilize our Skylight Calendar for chores and scheduling. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know your girl has been struggling with planners. And I haven't made a final decision yet, but I think I need to use our Skylight Calendar. For those of you that don't know, Skylight Calendar is like it's like a digital calendar, but it also keeps like my shopping list, my menu plans. It connects from both my husband's phone and my phone. And so when we add appointments and dates and things in from either one of our phones, it automatically links it all together. So we are always aware of what the other person has going on. It's a really, really wonderful tool, and I just need to use it. I used it really, really well at the beginning of the year, and then just as the year went and things just got a little out of control, I just didn't go back to using it very well. And so that is another goal of mine, is to get back on track with that. I need to prepare for hunting season better. Hunting season is 3.5 months of our lives. I know what to expect every year. Every year I say I'm going to do better, and every year it's the same thing. But I must tell you, I did do better this year. I was more prepared. The only thing that I didn't do was like making crock pot type meals ahead of time, because as I was looking into it, so I did do some research. As I was looking into it, most crock pot meals, even on low, are like 6 to 8 hours. That's not going to cut it because it's like a dark to dark situation. So we're talking well over 12 hours. I can't just have the food just hanging there. And I can't take like raw chicken and just have it sit in the crock pot for 3 hours before it starts cooking and, all that stuff. But I have made some plans. I have planned meals that leave us leftovers for the next day. So all we have to do when we get home is heat it up, eat, and, get ready for bed. So it has gone a little bit smoother this year than it did last year, but I know there is room for improvement. So it's something that's on my list. Prepare a little bit better for that. And then my last goal, so big main goal, is to get ahead on my YouTube, on recording my YouTube videos, and then to stay ahead. I had like 3 months last year that I was ahead by like a whole month. Like, I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but I had plenty of videos. And thank God that I did and that it worked out that way, because when everything happened with my in-laws, I still had some videos that were already done and scheduled to be posted. And I didn't have to worry about that for the first like 3 weeks or something. Not, quite honestly, not that it would have been a priority of mine to make sure that I get a YouTube video out. But it was nice that was just something I just did not even have to worry about. So I want to do better at that next year, because it does get stressful, having a time frame and knowing, okay, I've got to get this done so I can get this posted so that I can be over here and all that stuff. That's why I only do one video a week, because that's what feels comfortable and that's what feels manageable. And so I do one video a week, but I do think I could do better at the scheduling ahead. I know I can. I did it last year. It's a goal. It's not a priority. It's a goal for next year, is to do better at that. So that's our personal goals. That's what we've got. I think that is it for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.